welcome back to Reset Rise Midlife Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Sabrina Woods, and today we're getting real, raw, and honest about the stories we tell ourselves, the one that keeps us stuck, repeating the same cycles, and believing we can't change. Those stories become our cages, or they can become our stepping stones. And I know this truth in my bones because for years I lived inside of a story that told me I was nothing more than an addict. So if you ever caught yourself saying, "This is just who I am, I'll never change," or "I'm too old to start over," this episode is for you. We're going to talk about how those stories are formed, how NLP helps us reprogram them, reframing techniques that you can use today, the cost of staying the same, the benefits of rewriting your narrative, and even how affirmations and incantations work differently in shifting our beliefs. Stick with me. I promise this will be worth it. Let me start with my truth. For years, I believed I would never be anything more than an addict. That identity consumed me. It wasn't just what I did. It was who I thought I was. Every morning I woke up and repeated the same script in my head. "This is all you'll ever be. You'll never escape this. You're broken." And those beliefs didn't just disappear or appear one day. They were seated in my childhood. When you grow up feeling like you're not enough, too needy, too much, too different, too fat, too short, you absorb those messages. You build a story about yourself around them. And once that story is written, your subconscious will keep proving it true. So when life got hard, when pain hit, my mind already had a script ready. "See, this is who you are. You'll never change." That belief nearly cost me everything: my health, my relationship, my future. But the truth is, it was never true. It was not truth. It was just a story, a painful, limiting belief story that I rehearsed so often that it became my reality. This is where NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, changed everything for me. NLP is about the language of the mind. The patterns, the words, and the beliefs that shape our lives. Every word you speak to yourself becomes a command to your subconscious. If you say, "I'll never change," your brain will look for proof to support it. If you say, "I'm too old," your brain shuts down possibility. But if you interrupt that pattern and reframe it, you rewrite the story and your brain begins searching for new outcomes. That's the power of NLP. It helps you notice the story you've been telling, and then it gives you tools to change it. So how do you actually start rewriting the story? Let me give you some simple but powerful reframing techniques you can start practicing today in this moment. 1. What else could this mean? When something goes wrong, instead of defaulting to "I'm a failure," ask yourself, what else could this mean? Maybe it means this attempt didn't work. Now I can move forward and know a better way. This moves your brain from judgment to curiosity. 2. The power of yet. When you catch yourself saying, "I can't do this," add one word: yet. "I can't do this yet. I don't know how to change." Yet, that single word keeps the door of possibility wide open. 3. Zooming out. Our problems feel overwhelming when we are up close to them. NLP teaches us to zoom out. Ask yourself, will this matter 5 years from now, tomorrow? If my best friend was going through this, if my little sister was going through this, if my mom was going through this, what advice would I give them? Perspective shifts the story instantly. 4. Go from have to get to. Language matters. If you tell yourself, have to go to work, that feels like a burden. But if you say, get to work, that feels like an opportunity. Same situation, different story. The language we use matters. 5. Empowered questions. Instead of asking, why does this always happen to me? Reframe to, what can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger because of this? Your questions shape your reality. Now let's be honest. There's a cost to staying in the old story. For me, it was years of destruction, self-doubt, shame, and wasted time. For you, maybe it's staying in an unhealthy relationship, never going after that dream, or living under constant guilt, regret, shame, and self-sabotaging thoughts. The longer you repeat the old story, the deeper it digs into your identity and the heavier the cost it becomes. But the moment you choose to rewrite a new story, that's when everything changes. You reclaim your power. You rebuild self-trust. You open doors you thought were permanently closed. You stop living on autopilot and you start living on purpose. For me, shifting my story from I am an addict to I am a survivor, a healer, a woman with purpose changed everything. It didn't happen in one day. It happened through reframing, repetition, and refusing to keep reading that old script. Now, let's talk about affirmations and incantations because they're not the same. Affirmations are positive statements like, I am strong, I am worthy. They're powerful, but if your body doesn't believe them yet, they feel hollow. Incantations take it deeper. They combine words with emotion, energy, and movement. An incantation is something you embody. You say this with your whole being, your voice, your posture, your energy. For example, an affirmation, you would say something like, I am capable of change. But with an incantation, you get up, you stand tall, you use your strong voice and the energy in your chest. I am capable of change and I refuse to live the old story anymore. That's how the subconscious starts believing the new story. When your whole body is aligned with your words. But now, let's get practical. Grab your journal, something to write with, and reflect on these prompts. Write them down for later. Come back to this episode. Number 1. What is one story that you've been telling yourself for years? And be honest. Listen to what comes up for you. 2. Where did that story come from? Did it come from childhood, society, or just a painful moment in time? 3. What has it cost you to keep repeating it? 4. What new story do you want to write for yourself today? 5. Turn that story into an incantation, something you can say every day with power and belief. So here's your reminder. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your labels. You are the author of your story. And the pen has always been in your hand. Say this with me. I am rewriting my story and I refuse to go back. So ladies, I want to thank you for joining me on episode 33 of Reset Rise Midlife. If this episode touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear that they are more than a story that they've been told. Until next time, keep resetting, keep rising, and keep writing the story that you do deserve.